Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. It's me Adam, I am the South End Guy Paranormal. How's everyone doing? Now this is a slightly different vlog tonight. I'm going to talk about a few things and I'll give you 3 guesses where I am. You'll probably get it in one. Down by the Workhouse Lane. I'm just walking to the site where everything happened. And I wasn't going to do this, but well, not on location anyway, but being as we got the snow, I thought it was a great opportunity to do some recording. So anyway, I'll just put my glove on. So yeah, I just want to sort of get a few things straight and that sort of thing. First of all, I don't get I'll get my teeth in. First of all, this is, I don't get to use this dual camera app enough on my Nokia, but I thought this is one of the prime times I can use it. So yeah, here we are. And first and foremost, just I want to say welcome to everyone that's joined me in the channel. My subscribers, they're nearly 170 subscribers now. I'm amazed and shocked, and I want to thank everyone so much for joining me with these adventures. As I said, this is a slightly different vlog in that I'm out on location on the lane, and as I said, because the weather conditions are like what they are, it'll give you some sort of feel as how things would have looked in the evening. Okay, and as you can see past me lights, it is dark as hell. And yeah, as I say, I'm going to chat on about a few things that's on my mind. And yeah, you can see I've been down here once before. I took some photos this early on when it was a bit lighter, shall we say. Those are size 10 footprints and not size 8 and not high-techs. But yeah, I'm just going to, literally what I'm going to do, I'm just going to walk down to where things happened, and then I'm going to take a walk up and probably go up an alleged lane that could have been used as an escape route. I'm also going to have a quick look at the bushes, and yeah, as I say, going to have a quick look at the bushes where it was said to have come out. Now what you got to remember, as we pointed out, or as we will point out in the live episode we did, this lane was a lot thinner, or it was a lot narrower. Here, okay, it's just down here, oops, double oops, don't you start. Where that tyre tread is there, okay, that's as wide as what the lane was. All this here wasn't there. Okay, this has been widened. Alright, so these bushes would probably been in a lot closer, but yeah, so he probably would have been looking at around here. Now Rob was like, he felt an urge to come over here when he was up here before. Hang on, I'm just trying to tighten his mounts up. That's it. Yeah, as we said, this was a lot narrower. Okay, where these footprints are, where these tyre treads are, would have been the original track. Alright, as you can see, and there would have been bushes just here, but as I say, this has since been widened. Alright, so it gives you some sort of idea on what happened. Okay, I'm just going to walk down as far as the trees, and of course the gate would have been there, where pretty much where the living memorial sign is, where those fences are there. Yeah, so where those fences are there, where the living memorial sign is, okay, that's would have been where we are. And yeah, so there's the I think what we picked up on when we came down there, it's called something like a stone memory, something like that. Bear with me, I'll try and get a proper description of it in the actual details down below. But yeah, it's called like when a violent event happens, it's you get what's called it's something like the stone memory. All right, in the what happens is like an imprint on the ground, in the surrounding grounds. It sort of absorbs the energy, if that makes sense. All right, so you then get that replay. Okay, and that's what can happen. I mean, I think that's what we got with Thorpe Bay. Again, it was another site. I'm going to go on to a few of these bits and pieces in a minute. All right. But there was no paranormal activity, but there was called a I can hear noises. It's geese. Jesus, I've got to admit, I'm getting a bit creeped out being down here on my own. But yeah, as I said, it's like a stone memory or something, where if there's a violent event happened, I mean, you see it with the Roman soldiers and all the rest of it, you see what's called, it's like a replay. If you had a video recorded, it'd be like it's on a replay. So that's what can happen. I think that's what we got at Thorpe Bay, and I think when we was here that time, we got it here as well. So the energy had seeped into this area. That makes sense. I'm hoping that it'll still be here and we can come back and get some more. Anyway, what I'm probably going to do, I'm probably going to come back a bit later and do a little, I might put the GHOSTUBE app on, see if I can get anything and do a separate recording. We'll see what happens. Anyway, right, I'm going to just walk back up to a possible escape lane. While I'm doing that, I'm going to talk to you about stuff that's, gone through my head over all this. Now, I mean, I started these paranormal adventures early last summer, I think, partly due to the fact that I've always had an interest in the paranormal. Okay, ever since I was a teenager. Don't ask me why. Ghosts and UFOs and all the rest of it. I've always had that interest. And anyway, those of you know me, and I think I pointed out plenty of times on previous vlogs, in a normal life I'm a DJ. Right? I'm a DJ, I do singing. That's part of my work. I'm an entertainer. Okay. Obviously, hospitality gone the way it has done, I'm out of work. All right. Well, I'm out of some work. I've still got my daytime job, but my evening stuff has gone a bit tits up. So the first few weeks when that happened, it was a bit of a novelty. It's like, I've got a weekend to myself. That was quite. This is it. I'm going to take a walk up one of the possible escape routes. This is virtually identical to what it was 25 years ago. All right. We could have been hiding down here. Could have been someone hiding there. Oops, I'm walking into bushes here. I think it's actually quite muddy down here. So how far I'm going to come down, I don't know. It depends how much I was seeking. Actually, it's very muddy down here. I'm not, because I'm only in trainers. I ain't got my wellies on. So I'm just going to go back out again. But yeah, I'll just shine it down there once more. All right, now that could well have been an escape route. Anyway, going back to what I was talking about. So, yes. Now, so I've had a long-standing interest in the paranormal. Goes back to when I was a kid. Don't ask me why. I used to be a bit I had what's called precognition when I was younger. I'd see things happen before they did. It was only a few things of note, but they do stick in my mind. Anyway, moving forward to last year, my DJ work and all that goes up the wall because hospitality's shut down. The first few weeks was a bit of a novelty, having a weekend off, and then it was like, what the hell are we going to do now? I'm bored. So I thought, well, I've got some recording equipment. I did actually buy a couple of detecting, a little K2. That's the first thing I bought. As I say, if you go back over my video of my equipment, that's where I go through everything. But I'd already bought the K2 before we even knew it was going to shut down. And we put the necrophonic app on this phone. Actually, no, not this one. The Nokia 8, which I use purely for that work now. And that's what I got those in. I thought, you know, it'd be good to go out and do a bit of recording, something I'm interested in. It'll keep me occupied over the weekend, and so that's how it started. Coming down to Rettendon never have entered my mind. You know, it's just go and check out all the normal haunted sites, try and get a bit creative and find stuff elsewhere that maybe isn't haunted, but might have some energy there because of the nature of whatever happened on a particular site. Okay, so that's where we are. Hang on, I'm just gonna. That's it, 'cause it's flickering a little. I hope that's, I hope that's not what you think it is that's doing that, because these are freshly charged batteries. Yeah, so that's how it was. You know, going to check out Cash's Well and Hadley Castle. You know, a few other bits and pieces like that. So that's how it went. Well, anyway, I started getting a little bit creative and looking for stuff that maybe there's not a history of any paranormal activity, but there might be some sort of residual energies from a sudden death, you know, like shooting or, you know, suicides, that sort of thing. So I did the Thorpe Bay one, and that came back really well. I was well shocked and surprised, but it turned out a very, very good recording. So it was then I sort of, you know, what else has happened, and I was watching some stuff about Rettendon on probably YouTube, and I thought, well, we'll come and check it out. And of course, it was the 25th anniversary last year, so that's why I thought we'd do it when we did. And it was actually to my shock and surprise that no one had been here before. And again, as in previous places like Thorpe Bay, it was a punt. You know, we could come here and get nothing, or there could be something here. And those of you who watched the episode live, remember there was stuff here. And those of you who didn't, I recorded it for YouTube. And just to let you know that I've moved the episode forward. Okay, so it won't be next Thursday, the 18th, as I originally scheduled it to be. I've actually swapped it with the episode that I was due to have this week. So Rettendon is moved forward, and it'll be this week instead. Okay, so you've got that to look forward to. So Rettendon this week, not next week. I'm bringing it forward just for you lot, because I'm nice like that. All right, so that's where with the episode. Anyway, yeah, so that's how we came to do this site. I'm more suited to doing stuff that's, you know, more historical things. You know, I've been to some of the oldest churches in the area. One of them, probably the most recent one I've done, is potentially the oldest wooden church in the world. Okay, I'm more interested in those sort of things. Military as well. I've been to Shoebury several times, East Tilbury. You know, those are the sort of things that interest me. Or that, you know, I've got an interest with this, but it's nothing on par to what I like doing. But I had to come down here and try and get some answers, because we haven't got any. You know, all we've got is sort of the reports. I'm going to go on to all this in a sec. So that's why I thought we'll come and do it, because no one has. This is an unsolved mystery. You know, no one knows the truth, and particularly what's going on with COVID and all that. I'm a stickler for trying to get to the bottom of things. So that's where we were. Anyway, so yeah, moving on slightly. Now, where was I? This is off the cuff tonight. This really is. Yeah. So as I say, going on to the truth. Now, I've been on one or two social media sites. One or two have got wind of what we're going to do here, or what we've already done. You know, there's a lot of piss take going on. Not everyone believes the paranormal stuff. That's fine. We get that. You know, everyone, each to their own and all that. The stuff I've seen, I've always been open, but never really seen anything. You know, that's kind of changed a little bit now. Much more of a believer. But you know, not everyone believes in it. Some people think it's hocus pocus and all the rest of it. Fine, you know, That's what you think, that's what you believe. You know, each to their own. You know, and if you're going to take cheap shots and take the piss, fine, crack on. You know, I've seen comments and all that. Yeah, I can't be bothered with it, to be honest. You know, I could have argued the toss, but what does it get you? You know, the problem is with trolls, they're like idiots. What happens is they bring you down to their level and then they beat you with experience. Alright, so I just don't bother. You know, crack on, think what you like, say what you like. I've got, you know, it's no, what's it to me? I've piss taken out of me all my life and stuff. So it's no biggie for me. Alright, so whether you believe in this or not, that's fine. Okay, I think what we can all agree on is we'd all like some answers, because the official lines are that we haven't really. Darren Nichols' statement, we know that the Star Witness statement was a pack of lies. We all know that. Secondly, we know, you know, having read up on the case, well, those of us that have, you know, gone into it, it's pretty certain that Mickey Steele and Jack Williams were not the killers. And also, we're pretty certain that Essex Police either did a very slapdash investigation or they mislaid evidence or they withheld it. Okay, now we know there's a, you know, we've got the sense that there's some phone records they withheld. Things like that. Yeah? So, if there's a few people out there that know what the truth is and won't tell. Now, something else we can all agree on is that Pat, Craig and Tony weren't very pleasant individuals. All right, it is what it is. However, they were people's sons, they were people's brothers, they were people's uncles. You know, they had friends. A couple of them were dads. You know, there was people that loved them no matter what they were. And the same goes for Mickey and Jack, because, you know, there's two guys there that, again, they were no angels, but they've been locked up for something they didn't do. So you've got three guys that have been, you know, they've been murdered. There's two guys serving life for it that didn't do it. There's someone out there walking free, who has walked free with all this knowledge all that time. You know, that's... I know the police would probably want to put Mickey away for all his, you know, all the drug import exports that he'd done. Fine, nick him for that, you know, and put him away for murder. Anyway, that's how it is. But I think we can all agree on that, you know, that there's truth that's been withheld over this, and that's all we want to do is get to the bottom of it. I personally, I just want to put this thing to bed, as I hoped I did. Back in December, I hope we kind of put this to bed, but since then, obviously, the Nipper Ellis interview came up and that changed things. You know, I thought about coming back here, you know, a year on as a follow-up, you know, the Rettendon murders, you know, 1 year on sort of thing. That's what my original thing was, and then just put it to bed, leave it there. But with, you know, with the interview with Nipper, we decided to bring it forward to February. Try and get this thing one way or the other, whether we get the answers or we don't. I've got a few more questions I didn't ask on the night. I'd like to, you know, I'd like to try and put as much to bed as possible, leave it, move on. If anyone else wants to get into it, it's down to them. You know, it's now to do with me. Yeah, you know, I just want to get the answers, leave it, and move on. And you know, that's what it is for me. I want to just go back to doing the stuff I normally do. Again, there's one or two people out there saying, "Oh, you know, doing it for, you know, for attention, for likes and subscriptions and all the rest of it." Okay, now, you know, if I wanted to get a lot of attention, I could have just videoed bloody cats playing with balls or dogs barking at stupid things or silly behaviour from ducks. Do you know what I mean? You go on any social media site and the freaking watches and likes for a couple of minutes of an animal doing stupid shit is unbelievable. If that's what I wanted, that's what I would have done. Doing these filmings, right? it takes time, it takes planning, it takes editing. You know, they don't. You don't just do these on a whim. As I said, there's a lot of behind the scenes work that you don't see. Okay, you know, it's just the editing, but doing the case, looking at the case histories and all that sort of thing. You know, and it's get to learn about the area. So, yeah, that's how it is. All right. So once we're done here, as far as I'm concerned, that's it. I'm done. You know, I don't want to come back here. Leave it for other people. If they want to do it, then it's down to them. But me personally, you know, that's it. I knock it on the head, and people can say and do what they like. It's, you know, it's no skin off my nose. I mean, we will handle this as sensitively as we can. I always try and do that when I'm out doing these things. You know, we handle it with a bit of sensitivity and respect. You know, for people, alive and dead. You know, that's all we can do. I'll treat other individuals the way I'd like to be treated, whether, you know, we're still on this plane or somewhere else. That's all, you know, that's all I personally can ask for. So, yeah, we are where we are. So, but that's what's, so, as I said, this Thursday, it will be the Rettendon recording that we did on the 25th anniversary. That'll be this Thursday instead of next Thursday. I'll swap the episodes around, okay? So you lot get to see what we saw on the night. And yeah, we will be back here in a couple of weeks, going live on various Facebook platforms. And hopefully we can, any other questions I've got, we can get answers. We can put it to bed and leave it. All right. So anyway, that's me done as an official vlog. It'll be back to normal next week. Me sitting in front of my wardrobe, you know, just chatting usual crap, because I've got new equipment and that sort of thing, which I can show. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to sign off now, because I want to do a quick GHOSTUBE app recce on this area. Sometimes what I do when I go to a site, I put the GHOSTUBE app on and see what comes through, if you know, and yeah, there we are. So anyway, thanks very much, everybody. Again, to all my new subscribers, thank you so much. That means a real, you know, that's a real big thing for me. You know, as I say, this is a project that's been very close to my heart, which I probably wouldn't have done if I'd have been DJing. So things, you know, things happen for a reason sometimes, I think. Anyway, take care, enjoy Thursday, and we shall see you then, and next Monday for a normal vlog. Take care, good night. So yeah, I'm just doing a quick GHOSTUBE app rec of the area. As I said, I was going to take a walk down the lane, but it's muddy and I'm only in trainers. So down, child. Okay. I just had down and child come through. Now, when we was here last time, there was another Amanda. Okay. Now, when we was here last time, in addition to talking to Pat mainly, but you know, all three, they said there was a girl here, and I just had child and Amanda. Right, we'll try again. So, Amanda, was you the child I saw last time? Was you the child that was standing next to me? Was that you? Let's put the other light on. So Amanda, are you here? That really makes a lot of difference.
Pray.
Pray.
Gun.
Gun. Was you pray? Interesting, my REM pod bit went off as well, so there's still something here. You ever said gun? Can you say that again? Can you give me a name? Okay. Can you tell me any more?
Demon.
Demon. Holy shit. Okay. Alright. I'm going to leave it there because I haven't got a lot of battery left. Whoever's just spoken to me, thank you for communicating. Just to remind you, cannot attach yourself to my equipment, myself, any of my possessions, and you cannot follow me home. Thank you.